I know exactly what it's going to sound like, though.
Just say it, Pete, so that we can all hear it.
I want to fuck you.
Ha! Good. That's going to be the bit that I put at the beginning now of this episode. Hey guys, this is another Comic Comments just in. This is the last one we're filming today as our 3-part catch-up one, and then we're all caught up, which is awesome. And we're doing, because we did the Truth storyline and Darkseid War, a main big events that are going on. However, for the Truth storyline, that is running through Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, Action Comics, and Superman. So we've got all the Superman stuff covered, but Batman and Wonder Woman, the Truth storyline doesn't run through these titles, but I still want to get them because it's going to help. I'm going to see what these characters do outside that storyline, and we get context for their new suits and everything. So these are useful to have. We'll do Batman first because Batman came out first. Surprise, surprise! Batman came out the same day as Batman, Superman. And Wonder Woman came out the same day as Superman, Wonder Woman. It's nice how things work out. So this is Batman 41. This is the debut of our Jim Gordon Batman. It is written by Scott Snyder and it is drawn by Greg Capullo. Before we jump in, of course, I'm Matt.
And I'm Pete.
It's always important to note in case you haven't learnt our names by now. But I think before we jump in properly, as an interesting little thing, your thoughts on our new Batman?
Looks or
Say looks first, then concept.
Okay, looks, I didn't like it at first, but then after reading this I can see how the suit actually fits in with everything, and it's entirely new. It's not Bruce Wayne anymore, so I suppose a new suit works.
Yeah, I mean, he is wearing a Batman suit under the suit, which we'll show you later. I was not a fan of. This was new off the shelf and it was already ripped. That annoyed me. But the idea of Batman being a robotic suit was it's cool because he's more menacing looking and stuff, but he's also a robot. I know it's a man in a robotic suit, but I was this just seems cheesy. And the funny thing is, in the book itself, Jim Gordon's what the hell is this suit? And they go, don't worry, it'll grow on you. And it feels like that's DC's way of telling the reader, this is what we're doing and it will grow on you. It kind of has, but you see other potential paint jobs for it. And when they showed the black suit, I was I like that so much more than this blue one. As well, I was Jim Gordon, really? But yeah, of course he was the perfect choice to be the next Batman.
Yeah, of course.
Really?
I didn't like it, but then you see some images in here, that. He looks proper Batman.
Yeah.
Even in the suit. That is still Batman.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Bruce Wayne is dead. We don't think he is, but he is seemingly dead after his final fight with the Joker, so they're both seemingly dead. And so Jim Gordon has stepped forward because, of course, Gotham needs Batman. Batman is a symbol. Anyone can be Batman. It's Dark Knight Rises all over again. There's this big energy monster that's just come out of nowhere, and they're we need to send in our new Batman. And I feel that's what this was just you're going to see a new Batman in his first adventure in action.
He has to think bat thoughts.
Yeah, think back thoughts. You're not plummeting, you're swooping. He's on a massive airship, and the bat signal is shining down on Gotham, and Jim Gordon's kind of well, the whole of Gotham's been turned upside down. It's weird. But we see there was a Batman program made because they needed a Batman, and we see all these different cops training, and Mrs. Powers, Jerry Powers, she's kind of saying, like, they wouldn't be as tough as you, Jim, they wouldn't be as smart as you, and we want you as our Batman. And at first, he's not too keen, but of course, he eventually accepts. We dip in and out, but it works. It's not all over the place. We dip in and out between seeing him become the new Batman and his fight with the energy monster. Then we see Harvey Bullock, who's just like, completely against the idea. He figures out that the energy monster is like just like a hologram thing. It's not dangerous at all. Dodger is controlling it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Dodger's the rich one.
Precious, yes, his real name. I know him well. Founding member of the Cuban branch of the infamous Whisper Gang. So he's a criminal that Jim Gordon's come across before. So then Dodger's his hostage.
Yeah.
But then we see like all these different colour ideas for Batman suit. I much prefer the black one overall. But we see these people were literally like,
although that's a proper bat suit as well.
Yeah.
And
But
the one on the end is just weird.
we see that they're just designing the bat suit and everything. I don't really understand this Precious guy's motivation.
Dodger's the richest person in Gotham, and Precious is trying to get all the money from him, basically. He made the hologram to distract Batman and everyone, because Dodger had alarms in place, but if everybody was distracted by a giant energy monster, then no one's going to care about the alarms.
He's basically like, Batman's not Batman anymore, and then this tiny little Batarang just lands in him and gives him an electric shock and takes him down. And then like we see Jim Gordon does have like a Batman suit on. I mean, I wonder if they'll dip in and out. So like maybe sometimes he will just be like that,
I reckon they will,
and other times he'll be in the suit.
because that will kind of help you transition between
Batman as a man.
and a robot.
Harvey talks about how Jim Gordon is like, you're a guy in a trench coat, and I don't think they make trench coats that big, referring to the Batsuit. And then Harvey's actually left him a giant trench coat as a present, which I love little things like that you just can't help but smile at. But then there's just a guy sat on a bench, and a guy walks past and goes, "Bruce Wayne?" ? Probably doesn't say ? But so that's when you're like, so Bruce is alive, or... But it's a nice introduction, definitely, to Batman. It's gonna take a while to get used to, because they change Robin all the time, and I mean, some people probably cared. I don't give a shit who Robin is.
No.
I really don't care. But when you change somebody like Batman, I think that's a much bigger deal.
But they're going into like a new era.
I read a report that they kind of said, like, DC said it's difficult when you want to be new. Like, they said, we want new readers to jump on board and, like, this is their Batman and stuff like that. But they said then, how do you not upset your already existing readers who Bruce Wayne was their Batman? Like, they said it's really difficult when you do something like this. I'm all for it. I think more comic books shouldn't be afraid to be like, we're going to do something new, like things are going to change, and that's that. Because I've said it before on an episode of Comic Comments, like, most of the comic book community just doesn't like change.
Yeah, we don't.
You change something and they're like, nope, we wanted everything to be, exactly the same forever. And I'm like, but where's the fun in that?
It would be so boring.
Yeah.
It's good to have change every once in a while, and
so some of these are big changes, some of them are minor changes. Like Wonder Woman doesn't seem that.
no, it's just her costume that's changed.
Speaking of Wonder Woman, I mean Batman, of course, I'd recommend Batman because it's the first appearance of new Batman. That's why I got it.
It's actually a decent story.
For me, it was enjoyable because of the way Jim Gordon's written. Nothing else in the story really.
Yeah, like it was a shitty villain.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Didn't grip me, but it was cool. And then transitioning now to Wonder Woman 41. It is written by Meredith Finch and drawn by David Finch, with, again, everyone in the world seems to have inked this book. But I'm aware of the fact that Wonder Woman was having a battle with this woman Donna, and that was like what was happening before all the changes. So that ended. That like story arc came to an end, and this is where we are now. And Donna is a prison on Themyscira. She just wants to help Donna, but Donna's a self-loathing kind of woman because of the bad things that she did. And then, like, we see Wonder Woman drop in and visit her friend Zola, and we see her kid Zeke. It's kind of like, it's weird, but it's not boring. Like, it's not all-out action. We're just seeing Wonder Woman just like
Yeah, just snippets of her life.
Yeah, but we kind of need these every now and again to, well, I do, to care more about the characters. And then Wonder Woman goes down and sees...
Oh, Hephaestus.
Thank you. I was sat reading it and I was like, I don't know. And he has made her new suit, because the focus of this book is the fact that Wonder Woman is the god of war. She's a member of the Justice League, and she's also the queen of Themyscira. And she's kind of like, she's got new duties. She feels like a new person and needs a costume to reflect that. And I fucking love the new costume. Because it kind of, like, Wonder Woman had literally become the sexy, fancy dress thing and stuff like that. And I get it, like, I've had this conversation a lot with people, and I'll get your opinion on it. No, all I'm thinking is you could definitely fuck a pancake. You just fold it in half and put some golden syrup on it.
You don't think about anything else?
Not really. But no, this is a discussion I've had with a few different people, because for me, women in comic books are like, they're strong women, and they, you know, go toe to toe with men and everything. But then I've had a lot of people who have said, yeah, but they're still, the way they're drawn is still quite sexual and everything. And they said, like, it still gives a false idea and stuff. It's like when you see all these really skinny supermodels and everything. And I kind of see where they're coming from. And yeah, like with the Wonder Woman costume, I like the fact that, like, she is completely covered and it's like thick armour and stuff now, rather than being in like a non-existent skirt and...
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what would you say was your opinion on the whole, like, superhero women?
Well, yeah, they're always sexualized. I can't think of a single one who isn't.
But it was like, I swear, Captain Marvel, I swear she was a bit more revealed, and then they gave her a new costume.
But she's, even this one, she's still vaguely sexualized. Like, the way they draw her boobs.
Yeah.
Like, clothes don't actually fit like that. Like, they drape down, they don't wrap around. So, they're still doing it, they're just doing it less.
Yeah, but I think it's a good thing.
I also like the cool, sharp knife
yeah,
things.
it's like Assassin's Creed style, like swords, I guess.
Yeah. But this is definitely more warrior armor, so
Yeah.
that's good.
But she does. She looks like a powerful god. She looks like a queen, and she does look like a superhero. So I think they've done their job right. It's also worth mentioning we have a new Deadpool. We have Red Deadpool, because that's X-Men Deadpool, and that's Deadpool. Because how long have you been looking for Red Deadpool in Vinyl Pop?
It's been a couple months. Yeah.
People need to explain to me the fascination with Vinyl Pop, because I went from, like, this is fucking stupid, to like, all of a sudden I want to buy loads. Like, they don't do anything, I'm not going to use them, I just fucking want them. It's ridiculous.
You should, then we can just stack them up.
Anyway, we also have this kid who wants to meet Wonder Woman, otherwise he's going to blow himself up. But it's actually a trap, and he turns around and he maces Wonder Woman and says, like, I want to be the god of war. And he says, you have all this power, but you're too weak to use it, you hold back. And they have a little bit of a tussle, but he ends up escaping. And then, what would you say this pit was?
A weird speaking pit. It's kind of glowy, so you can tell it's evil.
Yeah.
It's always green things that are evil, isn't it?
Yeah. But this guy, I read that apparently he's like a new villain, but he's not a new villain. So that confused me. Like, when we haven't been told like a name or anything yet, but I don't know if he's appeared before or not. Perhaps has. But to me, he's got striking resemblance to
Oh, maybe.
to Zeke, to the baby. It's the same blue eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
That's my theory and thinking. It's like I said, if you guys know anything about it, let us know in the comments below. But yeah, that's where I think the connection is, because then it makes more sense that Zola and Zeke turn up in the book. But yeah, this new villain just wants to be the god of war and wants to take the power away. And then he says you need a weapon powerful enough to kill a god, and that's the final page. It's like I said, I've never been like a massive fan of the Wonder Woman character, really, but I'm loving this.
Yeah,
I
it's
am
really good.
enjoying it, because I am one of those people. I've got nothing against female characters. They're just not who I like reading about the most.
Because you can't connect.
Well, I don't know what it is.
I just never really liked Wonder Woman because, like, reading Wonder Woman because it's all on Amazon. It's Amazonian stuff, and it's like I don't like reading Thor because it's always Asgardian stuff.
Okay, I get you. Yeah, I don't know if I recommend it or not. I don't really care. Like, it's not the kind of book that I care about enough to be like, you have to read this, but it's not so terrible that I'd be like, don't pick it up. I'm completely neutral with it.
Yeah, it's good because you get to see how she gets her new suit.
Yeah, for me, it's just context with the truth storyline.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, that's us all caught up. We will be back with Superman, the newest issue of that. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. If you've got anything to discuss or correct or whatever, drop it down in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe just to share the love a bit more. Go over to facebook.com/comiccommentsyt. That is our main hub where you can find out about everything like our competitions and whatnot. You can also go over to Twitter and go @MusicNinjaMatt, use the hashtag #ComicComments and ask us a question, and we'll give you a shout out. And if you want to watch any of the older episodes of Comic Comments, go down into the description and there will be the playlist for it. It will be goodbye from me.
And bye from me.
And we will see you in the next one.